Orange Creek. The rain hadn't let up in hours. It clawed the window shields like fingers desperate to get in, smearing Linda's view into a blur of headlights and water. The highway stretching through the woods. She hadn't seen another soul in miles. Then she saw him, a man standing alone on the side of the road, illuminated for a breathless moment by her high beams. His silhouette was tall and almost inhumanly, something carved from the very night itself. His face was partially obscured by his hair and shadow. His eyes weren't fleeting, they were waiting. She should have kept driving, but her foot on the brakes answered before her brain did. Something in her called out to the dark. Her blinged out license plate read Orange Creek. She rolled her window down just a crack. "You need a ride?" Long pause and a slow nod as he reached for her door handle. He got into the back seat without a word, almost like smoke slipping underneath the door. His clothes dripped onto her orange faux leather seats. He smelled like wet iron and decay. Her gut instantly twisted. "Where to?" She cleared her voice. "Doesn't matter. Just keep driving." There was no warmth in his voice, just certainty. Linda's knuckles tightened on the steering wheel. She slightly rocked back and forth a few times, instantly regretting being nice. The forest swallowed the road, each tree gnarled like old hands clawing towards the sky. The further they drove, the darker it got. No signs, no lights, just rhythmic drops against the windshield. "Have family?" he asked. It was a simple enough question. "Yes," she replied, not too long after he asked, taking a deep breath. "They're waiting for me." He smiled slowly and amused. "No, they're not." Linda tried her best to keep a poker face. She was certain he could hear her heart beating out of her chest. "Home," he said thoughtfully, "is where the monsters go when they're tired of pretending." She glanced at him in the rearview mirror. His eyes locked on hers. "You're not afraid, are you?" "No," she quickly lied. "Good," he whispered, leaning forward between the seats. Just like that, the air shifted, like the world had taken a deep breath in and forgotten how to exhale. She felt the palm of her hands become instantly wet. His blade poked her hip. She thought about her own knife in her coat pocket, the one she always carried. "You think you're the first?" she said calmly. His hand paused. "First what?" "The first man who thought he was the danger." Her voice sassy yet sweet. He didn't see it coming. She slammed the wheel left and a hard right. The Jeep veered off the road into a clearing, but not by accident, by design. The trees loomed and watched. The engine sputtered and died. She unbuckled slowly, deliberately, like a surgeon preparing for extensive surgery. "We're here," she sang sweetly. The man woke up and looked confused for the first time. He couldn't figure out why he could barely move. "What is this?" he asked. "This is where the bodies go," she said, "where the cops don't look and the rain cleans everything." She turned in her seat and smiled, her knife gleaming in her hand. "You wanted to play the big bad wolf, huh?" She climbed out and opened the back door, dragging him behind her. He thrashed around, but she was used to it. Linda was a lot stronger than she looked. Purpose had made her a machine. She knew this clearing, the way that the soil gave me the weight of her secrets. He begged, but his pleas did absolutely nothing for Linda. In fact, it did quite the opposite. She was humming. There, sweetheart." She smiled and rubbed his forehead. He called her everything except the child of God, and when that didn't work, he promised her anything. She tilted her head to the side. "You know what they never teach people?" she whispered. "When girls learn to survive men like you, it isn't strength we master, it's vengeance," she said with a smile. And then silence. Silence. The storm roared above them, but the woods did not flinch. The trees witnessed everything. They always do. Linda made a cup of tea like she always did, smiled at her neighbors as usual. No one asked about the man who vanished on the highway that night. She watched the news almost every night. Another monster gone. Steam rose from her bath. Orange Creek soap bar slipped through her hands, filling the room with citrus and smoke. She inhaled and held it in for a moment, taking in the sacred moment, her chest releasing the smoke slowly, as if it were the secrets. Later on that night, Linda sat by the window with her cup of tea, warm between her palms, watching the rain cleanse the earth. "Not all women are prey," she whispered to the thunder. "Some of us learn to fight back, or stab back in my case," she chuckled. Orange Creek.